Well, go on, traders. Yeah, the traders here again. All right, guys. So, looking at Mullen, as you can see, we're making some movement upwards, which is great. So, yesterday, as you can see, we hit all-time low, 10 cents. Currently, the market is up to 11 cent, went all the way up to 11.75. But there was a pullback early this morning to back to the low of 10 cents. And then we have a little pop up all the way up to 11.74. So what's going on with the stock? So let's take a look and see what news came out. So on Yahoo Finance, as you can see, we're up 13%. Market cap was 24 million yesterday. So right now we are at 29 million. So we have, buyers coming in. The volume is crazy. 152 million shares have been traded, and it's almost 11 a.m. So we are almost an hour and a half into the trading day, and the volume is crazy so far. So what news did come out that caused this? So 3 hours ago, Mullen announced they seem to be doing these announcements like early in the morning. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of delayed my videos. So Mullen announced. So Mullen Automotive retains Christian Attar, formerly known as Christian Levine Law Group, in partnership with Warsaw Bernstein. So I'm going to jump right in that here. To combat naked short selling activities. So this is kind of what they are saying. So let me just go through a little bit of the details here. So Mullen announces today the company has retained Christian Attar, formerly known as Christian Levine Law Group, in partnership with Warsaw Bernstein LLP to combat naked short selling activities. Based on reports Mullen has received from ShareIntel, the company believes it may have been targeted. It believes, okay, it may have been the target of a market manipulation scheme involving illegal short selling of its common stock, and has decided to investigate and expose any potential wrongdoing. According to various publicly disclosed sources, Christian Attar, formerly known as Christian Levine Law Group, in partnership with Warsaw Bernstein LLP, have successfully prosecuted and collected millions of dollars in aggregate damages on behalf of their clients from broker dealers, market makers, hedge funds, asset-based lenders who have engaged in such market manipulation schemes. Since our announcement on April 28, we have been actively investigating naked short selling, and we now have enough intel to have the law firm actively investigate, and we're justified to take action against market manipulators using naked short selling, spoofing, or illegal acts, stated David Mitchery, CEO chairman of Mullen Automotive. So about Christian Attar. Christian Attar engaged in all type of civil litigation, including shareholder and partnership disputes, stock fraud. The group operates domestically and internationally with its corporate headquarters based in Houston, Texas. Okay, so that is kind of what came out. So I'm not sure if this is what has caused the market to respond positively, but at least a little bit of green helps at times. So now we're actually up to 16%, um, and we still at around 11 a.m. in the morning here. But we still got to be cautious in terms of we see the stock popping up. Let me just drop back in the stock here. We just got to be cautious because at times we see the stock popping up. Go to the 1 hour. We see a little pop up, and then we see a pullback. So hopefully this is not news to allow short seller to actually start hopping back in, with the pop up, and then this start shorting the stock again to push it back down. I think at the end of the day, what we actually want to see or hear is news about production and deliveries. David did mention during his interview that production and deliveries will start July, August, So that's the kind of news I kind of want to hear. So on Twitter, there was a lot of information being passed around. So I'm not gonna get into the video here, but um, one YouTuber here was saying that you know in terms of connecting all the dots, in terms of David Metry being a part of a grand scheme that involved a lot of short sellers or persons who are involved with the company who are actually were involved in previous companies that allowed the shares or the company to run underground while they make money from the dilutions. So you know what? It goes back to all of what you believe in. Do you believe that Mullen, is a scam, or do you believe that what David is saying is potentially, could be true in terms of, all of the partnership production, coming online by July, August? But for me, I'm just saying, what more can we lose? A lot of people are down 98%, 99%. What more can we lose? At this stage, I would hold off on, adding any more shares. But I would say, let me just go back there. There was another Twitter, not another thing that came out on Lawrence. But I would say it all depends on what you guys, think, you know, the share is worth in the future. Is it going to be zero, or is it going to be worth something once production starts? So this thing came out from Lawrence. I'm not sure how true this is, but this is what a couple of persons have been tweeting around, sharing around. So he's saying, I don't like what see with Mullen. I've been asked to keep quiet. Hopefully, however, I'm not prohibited from doing something. Positive page. What's that entry? I don't know. I don't know what is trying to say. Positive page entry. I don't know. Positive for Mullen. I took the attacks and false rumor and never responded. I'm gonna reach out to David tomorrow, man to man. Real men should talk, no outsiders. Mullen can be the best with my involvement. For some of you, think it's funny to watch people lose their money with your funny emoji. I'm human and I care for people. Happy Forge to all. So you know what? For me, I would say we have not seen any fruit of Lawrence's not labor but chat so far. So I would say for me, I would say just best stay out of the picture. Keep quiet, because only thing we as shareholders want to hear at this stage is just production happening, deliveries rolling off, sales happening. That's all we want to hear right now. So I would say, just keep quiet. Um, so back to the shares here. So as you can see, we're popping up a bit. You know, so hopefully we have found somewhat of a bottom. I'm just hoping that there's no pullback in terms of the options. As you can see, we have quite 250 options. That's the largest purchase for today, and this option is for the 17th of January 2025. Someone versus 250, while on the puts side they basically 25. So in terms of actual calls for today, we're at 7,000 so far, and puts is basically small, about less than 1/10 of the calls. So which is a good sign. At least the calls are coming in. So open interest, looking at 14,000 for the end of this week, 8,000 next week, 15,000 for the 21st, and then this I think is pre-split. So I think this works out to about 3,000 for divide 74 by 25. So in all, maybe about 18,000. And July 28, 10,000. And let's take a look at what's August saying. And it's basically low for August. So overall, guys, I would say, at least we're getting some good movement here from Mullen now. It's now at 12 cents. So, hopefully, with all the different news that are coming together, hopefully we should see, Mullen starting to push. Those fingers crossed. There is a request for me to look at another stock. So I could jump into that right now, Nndm. So Nndm is a stock that I had traded back then when Nndm was hot on the market. So I'm gonna zoom out here. So I had traded Nndm back in the days when it was $1.30 before all the hype started. So Nndm is Nndm. They deal with 3D printing, and they actually print 3D circuit boards. But they seem to be getting some press or news coming out with regards to activities they're doing, and from their last earnings, they seem to be now be making a profit. Before then, when all the stock was running up, there was a lot of dilution happening. Well, I don't remember the name of the CEO, but he actually started buying other companies in terms of expanding or diversifying. Companies in similar space that will enhance Nndm overall work that they will be doing in the market itself. But there was a lot of dilution, so I kind of just hopped out of it. As you can see here, I drew these lines 2 years ago. So I think I hopped out after it finally broke down from here. But seems like it's coming back on the radar. So in terms of news, this is what's popping up. So not telling you guys to jump in, but just putting it on the radar. And thanks for the person who or persons who had mentioned it to me. So it's saying here that let me see here. So first success in Nano's program to financially leverage its DCAI, deep learning innovations, by selling into international conglomerates. Walter Mass, July 5th. That's a global newswire. Nndm. This is a leading supplier of additively manufactured electronics, AME, a multidimensional polymer, metal and ceramic additive manufacturing printers, announced today that it has made notable progress in accelerating its plans to commercialize the industrial artificial intelligence AI services of its in-house DeepCube group by making its proprietary technology available for use by external customers. So this is pretty good, I would say. I'm not going to read through everything. You guys should be able to take a look at it. But, put this on your radar. Price is pretty cheap right now. Hopefully this is not another, press release like what we had gotten back in 2020 to push the stock up. And then there's a lot of dilution after. But you guys do your own deep dive and see. But if you take a look at this, you can see that earnings is actually at 9 cents per share as of June 29th, 2023. So that is pretty good. And earnings before was negative 34 cents. That was in August, the end of August. So it seems like they're moving in the right direction. So now becoming a profitable company, which is great. But as I said, do your own deeper dive, guys, and just bringing this on your radar. Okay, so this is kind of what I have for you for today. So as usual, guys, if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to subscribe. Take care, guys.